Hello, in this video we're going to look and see how we connect this send button here with our email service provider. So if we have we set up a form where we've got we ask for someone's email address and their name, and then they will then be signed up to our newsletter, and with the newsletter then we can send them things like special offers, previews of new products, information about sales, information about special events, snippets of information that we know they're going to love, that sort of thing. Then having an email list is really key to actually keeping that engagement going and keeping in touch with people and building a relationship with them. So to do this, it's relatively straightforward. I'm going to recommend that we use either MailChimp or Light. These are two good email service providers that will do everything that we want them to do. MailChimp has a free plan up to 2,000 subscribers. Light has a free plan up to 1,000 subscribers. So if you're starting out, then there's plenty of room with either of these two email services. So let's say we're going to connect this to MailChimp. We click on the button, we click on edit, and instead of sending the form to email, so with the contact form when we wanted people to send us a message, and with the quote when we want them to send us information, we want that to come through to our email account so that we can respond to them straight away, that there's a dialogue going there. Here we want to get them onto our email list, so we're going to add the user to a mailing list. So we'll click on that. Oops. Add user to mailing list, and we need to configure this. So click to configure, and we can choose who we want to integrate with. And we want to integrate with MailChimp, and I'm going to give that a name. This is just a reference name, so just Kate MailChimp, just for now. Now it's asking for the API key, and this is what connects my page here to my email list on MailChimp. So to get the API key, we go to MailChimp, and if you go to account, so we go to the profile section here, top right of the page, account, and extras, API keys. And if we scroll down, you'll see there's an API key that I set up yesterday. To create a new one, just click here. Just click create a key, and that will create your key. Copy this, copy the key. So if there's not a key there already, you create a key. Copy it, and let's go back to our page and paste it in here. So there's there's the API key. Now if I refresh, this will then give me the different newsletters that I want to add this person to. So I think I've only got two. I've got one, I've got a test. So I choose the newsletter list that I want to add them to. So I might have different lists. I might have a list of, for example, customers. So they receive a different newsletter to people who are going to come through this website, who might be people who I haven't currently done business with. So I might have different newsletters. So I choose the newsletter list which is most relevant to this group. So set it up and save. So now every time somebody completes that form with their email address, they will be directed to, that will be added, to my MailChimp mailing list. So any rules that I've set up then in MailChimp, for example, a follow-up email or double opt-in or something like that, whatever rules I've set in MailChimp will apply when people sign up to my newsletter. So this is where I send them through to MailChimp, and then in MailChimp under the settings here. This is where I set up whether or not I want it as a double opt-in, or whether or not I want to send a thank you or follow up after a day, or something like that. So this is what connects the two. Now, I mentioned that I also recommend using MailerLite, and one of the reasons why I recommend using MailerLite, and this may change, is at the moment that MailChimp doesn't give us a way of being able to embed a form with the information that we need to comply with GDPR. However, MailerLite does. So if you need to comply with GDPR, so that means that if there's a chance that you are going to be dealing with people in Europe, then you're probably going to need to use a form from MailerLite. So you'll probably need to use MailerLite as your email service provider. But I'm saying this as of the beginning of June 2018, and the situation may change because this is all something that's still really new, and people are rapidly changing their services, etc., so that they can comply with this. So in the next video, I will show you how to use MailerLite and embed a sign-up form in your Get to Know Me site, which complies with GDPR regulations.